Hi guys, so today's video, honestly, I'm just gonna jump right into things. I'm not gonna do an intro or anything like that. I'll just start off by saying disappointed is probably an understatement. For those of you who don't know, we just got an announcement. Actually, last night we got an announcement that EDC Las Vegas is officially postponed again to October 22nd to the 24th, so this fall. The announcement came late last night, which I live in New Jersey, so very interesting time to post at night when a lot of the East Coasters are already asleep. So I woke up this morning at 6:30 a.m. to about 15 texts from people basically just being like, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Oh my God, this is crazy. And I just immediately knew something was off. And then I saw the official post from Pasquale Rotella and EDC Las Vegas confirming what happened. So I'm gonna talk about that today so you guys know all of the details, where we're at, what you can do with tickets, all that stuff. And then I'm gonna save my thoughts and opinions for the end. One thing I wanna say right off the bat is that I was hopelessly optimistic, okay? Like that's where I was at. I was planning to attend in May. However, I was very sus based on the timing and information that we were given. We had so many questions left unanswered and we are about, it would have been a month away pretty much from today. So I was very sus about it actually happening in May, but I had my hopes up. And first, I just want to say, I don't think it's fair to attack people who were excited about it happening in May. All of us love music festivals, we're passionate about them. We haven't been able to do the thing we've loved for a really long time, so I don't think it's fair to judge people who were excited to finally attend an event and who got their hopes up from the announcement that it was gonna happen in May. So I had my hopes up, but I was very suspicious of it. I actually did want it to happen in October because I thought that would be the safest bet, and I think it seemed like the far majority of people wanted October based on all the comments you guys send me, the polls I've done, the questionnaires I've done, the comments I've read on Pasquale's post. Like October was the announcement I think we all expected in the first place. So when they said it was May a couple weeks ago, I think we were all very surprised. But anyway, I'm gonna dive into the actual announcement so we can get caught up to speed here. Okay, so this is officially from Pasquale Rotella. I will pop it up here. It says, I am sorry to say that EDC Las Vegas needs to move to October. I want to thank everyone who has put their heart and soul into this show, the Insomniac team, artists, agents, managers, production crews, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway staff, government officials who supported us, and most importantly, you, the headliners. As we expected and we were assured prior to announcing the festival for May, Nevada state officials announced they would lift social distancing requirements as of May 1st, creating a path for EDC to happen with strict safety guidelines in place. We had just had a meeting in Las Vegas this past Friday with police, fire, medical, and other agencies involved with EDC to plan out details surrounding the event. However, today, Clark County, which is the home of EDC and the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, passed a reopening plan that requires 60% of their residents to be vaccinated before restrictions over large-scale gatherings such as EDC can be lifted. Unfortunately, the rate at which people get vaccinated before EDC is out of their control. Unfortunately, the rate at which people get vaccinated before EDC is out of our control. It might happen in time, it might not. Either way, we can't take that risk. Our team has been working around the clock to organize this event. We currently have over 40 trucks en route to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway from all over the country. The lineup is fully booked and was going to be announced tomorrow at 12 p.m. PT. Ouch. The team and I are heartbroken, as I know many of you are as well. For those of you who have stayed with us on this journey, I thank you. Your trust and loyalty is what gives us strength to keep moving forward. The good news is that EDC Las Vegas will take place on the new dates of October 22nd to 24th, 2021. Your ticket will be automatically transferred to the new dates, or you may elect to receive a refund by clicking the link in my bio. If you already transferred your tickets to 2022, your tickets will also be transferred to the new dates unless you choose to receive a refund. Quick note on that, because a lot of people were getting very upset if they transferred their tickets to next year and they still can't go in October. Can they still hold on to a ticket? And Pasquale confirmed in the comments that if you just want to hold on to tickets and keep them for 2022, you can do that option as well. So if you're a ticket holder now, you can keep your ticket and it's going to automatically transfer to October. You can elect a refund if you can't go in October, or if you already transferred them to 2022, you can contact them and say, keep it in 2022 or push it to October because now I can go. So there's a lot of options here, and refunds are a part of the situation. Okay, the last thing he said, I continue to believe it's important we get back out on the dance floor as soon as possible, and I won't give up on trying to make that happen. I will be announcing an AMA on Reddit in the near future to address any questions. Love and light, Pasquale. That is going to be quite the Reddit. I know he was supposed to do an AMA already, which was also a little sus because it didn't happen. So I think people were waiting for answers, but that's where we are currently at with things. So before I dive into my opinion on everything, you guys, I wanted to read some comments because Pasquale was in his post. You can go read it. There's probably thousands of comments at this point. He was responding to a lot of people last night. One thing I will say, and I'm going to get into this later as well, I'm just not in a place where I can just like attack people online or leave negative comments. Completely understand anger, frustration, like however you're feeling, and that's totally justifiable. However, the nasty comments I was seeing on Pasquale's post made me sick. I'm not about the toxicity. I could not imagine, you know, death threats or like telling someone to F off and all of those things. Like that's just not in my nature. So I don't think that helps the situation in any way, shape, or form. He is still a human being at the end of the day, whether you're angry with him and his decision and the team's decision or not. So that plus some of the comments of this community attacking each other and making fun of people for being excited for it being in May, or calling people clowns for thinking it was going to happen in May. Like that just doesn't help anyone in this situation. And if you guys have attended EDC, you know that the whole point of this community is about peace, love, unity, and respect. And when we attend these music festivals together, we all respect each other. We're there to celebrate music and have a good time and enjoy ourselves. And the comments on these posts are the complete opposite of what this community is about. So I just would ask you to, before you post something or attack somebody online, like debate, healthy debates and criticism and commentary, fine. I'm sure this video's comments are gonna be full of that. But when you get personal with people, when you attack people, when you attack Pasquale, like some of those really cruel, nasty comments to me are uncalled for, and I don't think there's a place for them, period. That's my personal opinion on that. Anyways, so these were some of the conversations happening back and forth. One person said, you told us to book our hotels, ... 133 people liked that. Pasquale responded to that. I found this news out today and I had to let you know right away. A vaccination requirement, which wasn't in place yesterday, was introduced by the county today. Booking hotels and flights was necessary because we were scheduled to happen in May, and I wanted us to all be together under the electric sky. I know how many of you need this, as I do too. Sorry it didn't go as planned. I will continue to do my best. And another person wrote, this just shows homie was greedy AF, making y'all believe May was gonna happen. Pasquale responded, I understand you're upset, and with all due respect, how does this make someone money doing this? I've been producing festivals for 28 years and can't make sense of it. Greed involves making money. I only lose money in these types of situations. This is not good for anyone. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with Pasquale on that point. I saw so many people like calling him greedy, money hungry, like cash grab, all of these different things. And I don't think you realize how much money companies and people who work in the festival industry lost this past year. And especially having to postpone things. This goes for all music festivals. So like the greedy comments, to me, I'm not here for at all. I think it's really easy to sit behind a keyboard knowing nothing about festival production and make those claims. So again, that's what I'm gonna say about that. Okay, I'm sorry if this video is super long. My thoughts and opinions and everything. So I truly believe that Insomniac thought that it was gonna happen in May. There are so many conversations happening behind the scenes, like Pasquale said, with police, with the local government, all those things. Like they don't just put a claim out there and say it's gonna happen. So I believe that they probably had a plan in place and they were told this can happen. And then because we're in the middle of a panini, obviously anything can happen at any point, which is what makes all of this a risk. So because Clark County just decided to change things like that today, that completely threw off absolutely everything. So I do believe wholeheartedly that they believed it would happen in May. Was that a risk? 100%. I think that's why myself and a lot of people thought your safest bet is to do this in October because you could have avoided all of this. So I totally am with you guys in that camp. Putting it in May felt rushed. I felt rushed. I bought all my freaking outfits. I bought my flight, which the times were terrible. It was more expensive than I thought it was gonna be. Like, everything felt very rushed, and I sympathize with a lot of people who felt that way. I also sympathize with all of the people who couldn't make it in May, and that includes people that live internationally, that includes people who live in Canada. So many people couldn't make it in May, whether you were vaccinated or not, like whatever your comfort level was. So them coming out and saying it was gonna be in May was a risk. It clearly did not pay off in this situation. I feel compassion for everyone involved in this situation. I feel for you, the fan, who is angry and upset and spent money and may not be able to get refunds. Definitely go look into that stuff ASAP, you guys. It's been 3 hours. I haven't even looked at my flight yet, but a lot of companies will refund you. I know with Airbnb, send an email, you never know, you might be able to get your money back, or you might be able to transfer it to October. So just check and see if you can get refunds before you freak out about money. I know PTO is another big deal for people. I hope that all of you guys can get those days back and figure out that situation for yourself as well. And I sympathize with everybody who can't go now that it's in October, because May would have worked out for you. So there's that whole situation that's involved. And I have my bachelorette party in October, then I'm gonna have EDC Vegas, and then I bought tickets to EDC Orlando. How I'm gonna do that, I don't know. Pray for me, but also how Insomniac is gonna be able to pull off all these events, because they also have Escape Psycho Circus the weekend after EDC. Like, so many questions. I'm in the same boat as you. I have 1,000,001 questions. But one thing I will say about that was the thing that was making me the most sus about EDC in May. Even though I knew I would wear my mask, I'd be vaccinated, I'd feel comfortable, I would do everything in my power to make sure that I was being responsible and my group was being responsible, I was planning to stay in Camp EDC. We had no announcement on the safety plan. Also, Las Vegas, are the nightclubs open? Is EDC week happening? Like, no announcements there. Also, in the campgrounds, there's a pool, there's a mesa, there's all this stuff. Are we wearing masks around the entire mesa? Are we wearing masks in the pool? Like, I had 1,000,001 questions that weren't answered yet. So that's why I was like, we're getting down to the wire here, and it's a little weird that we haven't had any announcements. So anyway, I think they meant the best. They were hopeful. They wanted to have live events come back for the fans, for the employees, for everything, for Las Vegas, the tourism that they get there, the money that those hotels make. And now all these refunds are gonna happen for all of these hotels who expected to make money next month. Like, it sucks for literally everyone involved. Sorry, I'm like going on, I'm heated right now, you guys. Whew. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. All that was to say is that May was a big risk. I think May was a big risk, and it was a little soon, and I think we would have had way more questions to these answers if it was happening in October. Plus, on top of that, Nevada just announced that they, I'm pretty sure, are gonna be 100% open as of June 1st. They were lifting the social distancing guidelines as of May 1st, but just a couple days after what would have been EDC weekend, Nevada opens to full capacity. Pretty crazy when you think about it. So hopefully by October we won't have any issues at all. But again, more people will be vaccinated by October. Hopefully we'll be on the other side of this. Anyway, there's a lot of would've, could've, should've in this situation, as you guys can imagine. Okay, I need to wrap up this video. The last thing I really want to talk about again is just like how we treat each other and how we treat Insomniac, Pasquale, anyone involved, other festival organizers, because there are other events that are being postponed or canceled. And again, it sucks for everybody involved, but people who are wishing ill will on other people or mocking people in the comments, or the, you know, I told you so, or you guys should have known it wasn't gonna happen. Like, I just personally don't believe those conversations help anybody. I just really think the toxicity is just making this situation so much worse. And it genuinely, like, I was getting anxiety reading comments, and it really upset me to see how negative people were being. Anger and frustration, totally understand, but wishing ill will on other people does not sit well with me personally. I also just want to say, I hope that after this situation, Insomniac makes some big decisions on their other events, because I know that there was supposed to be Beyond Wonderland, The Gorge, there's Electric Forest, you know, Forbidden Kingdom will be fine. That's in Florida. But like there are other Insomniac events, EDC Portugal, that people are waiting on. I hope that they just make a definitive decision like some other festival organizers are. Like they're either pushing to the fall or they're pushing to next year, which I know it's so, again, guys, it's so much easier said than done when you're actually the person making these decisions. Imagine being in their shoes. But I do hope that they make some calls pretty soon so that people don't run into this like last minute decision making again. So I hope that we do hear some updates on their other festivals. But I will say, again, I said this in my podcast episode, is it too soon for live events to come back? It's a state-by-state basis. Things can change like that as we've seen. It's really subject to the state and the government there. So even things like Electric Forest happening, like that's up to Michigan, and who knows, they could make last minute decisions and the festival organizers just have to decide what timeline they're gonna go with to let their fans know. So I'm hopeful for EDC in October. I think this will be a better situation for everyone involved. I am excited. Personally, I'm very excited. EDC is my favorite festival. As chaotic as it's gonna be, I cannot wait for the live events industry to come back booming more than ever, you know, for everybody's sake, for the fans' sake, for the festival organizers, for all of the employees, for the vendors, for the hotels, everybody that's involved in making a festival weekend happen. I can't wait for those things to happen so we can go enjoy what we love so much. Again, please be kind to each other. The comments are gonna be open, my DMs are open. If you guys wanna chat more about this, I'm happy to chat with you. Healthy debates, no problem. You guys leave your comments, but if you're being nasty to other people or there's name calling, your shit's getting deleted so fast. So I'm not having any tolerance for that in my comments. With peace and love, you guys. So I'm happy it's happening in 2021. We'll obviously see how things go. I will always keep you guys posted on the latest information I have. And with that being said, I love you guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you're new here, hello, welcome to my channel. This is an interesting introduction for us to meet on, but yeah, I have a full playlist on how to prepare for EDC because this festival will come back at some point, and it's a huge festival to prepare for, so you guys can check it out. There's over 60 videos in there to help you prepare for this event, and like I said, I'll be camping this year for the first time, so after I have that experience, I'll have a ton of videos on Camp EDC as well. We will see what happens with everything. I'm wishing you all the best today. Go check your tickets, refunds, go figure all that stuff out. Try to be a positive light in this world and not somebody that's contributing to the toxic negativity. Just think about that before you leave a comment on something. All right, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.